Hello and welcome to Unitronics webinar. My name is Ophir Levy and I am the head of the technical support in Unitronics. In this webinar, we will review Unitronics product lines. We will start with a few words about Unitronics. Unitronics was established in 1989 and is the pioneer and leader of the all-in-one PLC with HMI. We have over 100 distributors in 60 countries, more than 1 million installations worldwide, serving almost any kind of industry such as water treatment, food and beverage, automotive, pharmaceutical, and more. Unitronics manufactures more than 1,000 units per day and have a large and loyal recurrent businesses. This is our worldwide distribution map. We can see here North America, Europe, South America, Africa, and of course Asia and Australia. We have one unified programming environment for programming PLC code, design HMI, configure communication, and more. Unitronics offer 4 product lines: PLC for simple and small machines, up to PLCs for complex and advanced projects. Our high-end product line supports over 2000 I/O for one PLC. The software and support are at no cost. Now let's review Unitronics products. Unitronics offers 4 product lines for PLCs. Unistream series, our high-end series for advanced and complex projects. The Vision series, another powerful controllers for advanced machine and automation projects. Samba series for small machines, and the Jazz for simple applications and projects. We will start with the Unistream series. Unistream comes in 3 different concepts: modular PLCs, built-in, and PLCs without HMI. Here we can see the modular version. This version is called modular since every component in the system is separated and one can build his own PLC. You can pick a panel, either 7, 10 or 15 inch, plug the CPU on the back of the panel, select and attach the I/O modules and communication on the back of the panel as well. The I/O modules can be also connected using expansion adapters. The panel comprises the following ports: 2 Ethernet ports with dozens of sockets, meaning Unistream can communicate with dozens of devices at the same time, 1 USB device for programming, 2 USB hosts for connecting thumb drive, mouse, keyboard, barcode based on HID, and USB to serial converter, SD card slot for data logging and recipes, and internal speaker for playing MP3 files, for alarms, operator instructions, and more. It has also audio jack for connecting external speakers. The CPU comprises 2 built-in ports, CAN bus on the top and RS485 on the bottom. Additional communication modules can be connected on the back of the modular Unistream, such as RS232 and 485. There are 2 types of I/Os, slim and wide. The slim can comprise up to 16 I/O points, and the wide up to 32 I/O points in less space. This is the Unistream built-in version. It is superbly compact and powerful controllers, where the PLC, HMI, and I/O are built into single unit, and it is in range of built-in I/O configuration. It's serving OEMs and system integrators who need space-saving controllers that deliver the functionality to control complex machines. You can select either 5 or 7 inch screen size and Standard or Pro version. The Pro version offers more features. Here we can see the ports of the Unistream built-in, serving the same functionality as explained before. We can see the mini USB for programming, Ethernet port, USB host, micro SD for data logging and recipes, the power supply connector, and the battery cover for retaining the tags. Here we can see the add-on communication ports and I/O expansion port, where you can connect on the back of the PLC. We can see here the RS-232-485, which will be snapped on the back of the built-in controller and can be snapped on top of each other, same as the CAN bus. Here we can see the expansion I/O adapter, which will be connected on this area, and from here we can lay a cable and connect more I/O modules to this controller. This is the Unistream PLC version. This is the first PLC from Unitronics that does not have a built-in HMI, but it has a virtual HMI. We will talk about it in a moment. This PLC has a built-in I/O as well, coming in different models. It has two Ethernet ports, one USB host, one USB for programming, and micro SD card slot for data logging and recipes. You can expand Unistream PLC with additional communication ports such as RS-232-485 and CAN bus, and you can also expand the I/Os by connecting it to the right side of the controller and by the expansion adapters. As I mentioned before, this PLC has a virtual HMI. This means that when you build the application for this PLC, we allow you to build and design HMI screens. Then you can use any VNC client running on a PC, tablet, Unitronics panel or third-party panel, or even mobile phone to connect, view the HMI, and control it remotely. As we mentioned before, Unistream can be expanded with expansion adapters, and here you can see the maximum configuration of local I/O. Bear in mind that we support also remote I/O connected by Ethernet in case your application requires more I/O and distributors I/O. Here we can see some of the features of Unistream series. As you can see, it has high quality color touchscreen, different sizes as we could see, supporting multi-language display, supporting even the CJK languages such as Chinese, Japanese, Korean, built-in alarm screens, supporting media such as playing video, playing audio files like MP3 and WAV file, and also an option to view PDF files on the HMI. Supporting also multi-level password protection for application where you want to create users, groups, and limit the access to your HMI in terms of users and passwords. Under PLC we have, like we said, many kind of I/O options like digital, analog, high speed, temperature, weight measurement, and more. We can expand more than 2000 I/O, supporting PID, up to 64 PID auto-tune loops. Data logging and recipes also supported. Under communication, supporting ports such as CAN bus, Ethernet, RS-232-485, USB host, and mini USB for programming, as we saw before. Supporting many protocols such as MQTT, and OPC UA, MQTT, as you know, for communicating with cloud applications, OPC UA, Ethernet IP, like communicating with Rockwell controllers, or even being a scanner and communicating with devices such as IOs and drives that support this protocol, Modbus, both master and slave over serial and TCP, CAN open, SNMP, and even BACnet server protocol. Some other general features: supporting SQL as built-in to communicate directly from the PLC to an SQL server for exchanging data. Built-in web server, meaning you can build your own web pages in our programming environment and then later use the web browser to browse to the controller and basically view and control the PLC. FTP server and client for file transfer, sending email and SMS, remote access via VNC, and supporting also connection of modem and the router for remote access or sending SMS message. Unilogic Studio is the programming environment for Unistream PLCs, and it has no cost and license free. Unilogic simplifies programming PLCs. It is super easy and intuitive to program with Unilogic. Here we can see some of the features that Unilogic offers, such as smart factory features for such as SQL to communicate with SQL database, MQTT, OPC UA, and more. You can build the code by ladder or program in C, building the web server pages as I explained before, design beautiful HMI pages, play video, audio, view PDF, supporting user-defined function blocks, meaning you can build a code and then make a reuse on this code, building alarm system, languages, communication with many kind of protocols, using configurators, less code but more configurators, and remote access using web server or VNC. Now let's review our Vision series. Here we can see the modular version. It offers different sizes of HMI, such as 5.7, 7 and 10.4 and 12.1 inch. You can see the different resolutions for each one of these controllers, offer communication ports such as RS-232, 485 and CAN bus, and also in some of the models supporting Profibus slave. You can snap on the back of the controller the snap-in I/O and also connect expansion adapter for expanding more I/O. Here we can see some of the features of these controllers. Again, supporting high quality color touchscreen, supporting multi-language, alarming, PID, data logging, which can be saved in the internal memory and also on the micro SD card, supporting up to 32 GB SD card. Different option for the built-in ports such as mini USB, 485 and 232 CAN bus, and here we can see that we can add additional Ethernet port, supporting many protocols such as Modbus TCP, Modbus RTU, SNMP, CAN open, Function block protocol, which means you can build your own protocol when you want to communicate with third-party devices such as barcodes, printers, RFID readers, and other features such as sending email, SMS, and remote access. Here are also the compact and powerful built-in PLCs. It offers different sizes of HMI such as 3.5, 4.3 color touchscreen, and the 2.4-inch monochrome display. These PLCs are coming with one built-in serial port, and it can be expanded by another serial or Ethernet or Profibus. It can also be expanded by CAN bus card. These PLCs has also I/O expansion port, and besides of the built-in I/O, it can be expanded using I/O modules. Again, here we can see the features of these PLCs. We can see that it's similar to the slide that we saw before. In addition to what I mentioned before, these specific PLCs support also Profibus slave and supporting also PTO functions for the specific I/O modules. VisiLogic is the programming environment for the Vision and Samba PLCs. It has no cost and license free. Besides of the programming environment, Unitronics offers more powerful utilities at no cost for completing the solution for the system integrator. For example, remote operator for viewing and control the HMI remotely from PC or mobile. Data export for retrieving data from the PLCs such as tags and tables of data and saving it in Excel. Univision licensing for securing your application. SD card suite for data logging management and more. So you can see that we provide many utilities to get a complete solution. Now let's review the Samba series. The Samba series is a very cost-effective controller for small machines. It offers 3 screen sizes, 3.5, 4.3 and 7-inch with a built-in I/O. As you can see in the feature list, it supports many features of the Vision, but take in consideration that it has less memory. This is why we emphasize that these controllers are a perfect match for small machines. This is the Jazz controller. As you can see, it's a PLC with a textual HMI and keypad. The Jazz controller is very good for small application, also supporting built-in I/O, add-on communication ports such as RS-232, 485 and Ethernet, supporting Modbus, PID and more. Here we can see Unitronics remote I/O. The line comprises an Ethernet-based remote I/O adapters and I/O remote modules. It has 2 Ethernet ports supporting up to 63 I/O modules per adapter. The modules, as you can see, are very slim, 12 millimeters only, supporting digital, analog, weight measurement, temperature, high speed, input and outputs, and more. The analog modules can support even up to 16-bit resolution. Operating temperature can go from -40 to 70 degrees, and is compatible both with the Vision, Samba, and Unistream modular and built-in. Unitronics also provide VFD solution with different power options from 400 watts up to 110 kilowatts in one phase or 3 phase depending on the model. The VFD functionality is integrated in Unitronics programming environment, so one does not need to manually integrate the VFD, but just use drag and drop the VFD in our programming environment and use our function blocks to control the VFD. Our VFDs has an EMC built-in filters, different mounting options like on flange, on the wall, on a DIN rail, and so on. The temperature range is from -10 up to 50, supporting Modbus. Braking units has a built-in. The control can be toe control or sensorless vector with heavy-duty overload capacity, supporting STO, safe torque off, and remote access via our controller. In addition, Unitronics provides also servo solution as well, with different power options from 50 watt up to 5 kilowatt. Again, one phase or three phase, model dependent. The servo functionality is integrated in Unitronics programming environment, so one does not need again to manually integrate the software and create the communication, but only drag and drop the servo and use our motion control function blocks to control the servo. Building new machines require sophisticated control and automation that can only be delivered through multiple solutions and components including PLC, HMI, VFD, and servo. As all components must be integrated, selecting the right combination is crucial to the efficiency and success of the machine development project. Unitronics' all-in-one approach means dealing only with one vendor. This translates to less research time, simplified ordering, coordinated end delivery, one single point of contact for support. So here we can see that Unitronics solution provides a PLC all-in-one, local I/O, remote I/O, integration with VFD, and integration even with our servo drives and motors. One integrated solution for all these products. Thank you.